Greetings everyone for watching this video. This is Roobesh, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Mr.E.Roobesh College. Today we are going to see about the topic performance appraisal. So to define performance appraisal, we have to bisect the word into two: performance and appraisal. Performance can be defined as an accomplishment or execution of the work, while appraisal can be defined as an evaluation or examination for a particular value. So putting these two words into single word, performance appraisal means evaluating the execution or accomplishment of the work done. So this is majorly done in companies to evaluate the performance of the employee, so that we can give value to each and every employee in the company. So next we are going to look about the objectives of the performance appraisal. Majorly there are three objectives in the appraisal. First one is to evaluate the employees, whether the employee is working well or he have to improve his performance in the company. Second one is to reward him with a compensation or a promotion or a transfer according to his performance in the company. And the third one is training and development, whether the employee is lacking particular skill in his performance. The third objective is to give training and development to the employee. It is mandatory to find where the employee is lacking in a particular skill or an attitude or a knowledge, and to evaluate him and just give him a training so that he could perform better in his next upcoming events. So next we are going to see about the participants in the performance appraisal. There are two participants. One is appraiser, the person who conducts the performance appraisal, and second one is appraisee, the person who is to be evaluated or being appraised in the company. Next one is process involved in the performance appraisal. Basically there are 6 steps involved in the process. The first one is establishing the standard to be appraised. Next one is communicating the standard to the employee or the person who is to be appraised. Next, measuring the performance of the person to be appraised. And next one is comparing the established standard and the actual performance, so that we could find the gap between the actual performance and the established standard. Then the employee is being given feedback regarding his performance and being monitored for the upcoming next cycle. So establishing standard is in sense the expected performance by the owner or the appraiser to the company from the employee. For an example, we may consider that in cricket we can see that everybody compares the batting performance of a particular player with the Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli. So they consider that particular person as a standard. From that they are going to compare the other person. So the standard is since the person who is to be compared or the expected outcome of the particular employee. Next one is communicating the standard. The communication plays a vital role because a particular person may expect a particular outcome, but unless until it is being communicated to the particular employee, the employee is not aware or he may not know what is expected from him, and he may not be motivated to perform to the expected outcome. He may be performing according to his standards only. So it is mandatory, and it will be good if we communicate to the particular employee. Third one is measuring the actual performance, is the evaluation of the particular employee's outcome in the particular job done. And the fourth one, comparing, is measured value is being compared with the established one. For an example, if you want to compare a batsman, because we saw the example of a batsman in the establishing standard. So if we want to compare the value, we can compare Shivam Dube's performance in a particular match with the Virat Kohli's performance in the expected standard match. So this gives the variation between the expected standard and the particular standard, so that we can derive how much Shivam Dube's performance is lacking in that particular match. Then after that, in the team meeting, they would discuss with the Shivam Dube what flaws did he conduct or what errors did he make while batting, so that they could find out what are the improvements he can do, and it will be communicated with the Shivam Dube. At the end of the day, they will monitor whether Shivam Dube is performing well in next match, taking the compliments or the corrections or the positives or the negatives which have been communicated in the previous team meeting. So this summarizes the measuring performance, comparing the performance, and feedback being transmitted, and next the monitoring performance is being done. So this is the process involved in the performance appraisal. So next we are going to see about the methods of performance appraisal. Methods could be subdivided into two, modern and traditional. So first we are going to see about the traditional methods. Basically there are many traditional methods, but these are the 7 important things. First one is essay method. The appraiser is given an open sheet to evaluate the particular appraisee. Next one is critical incident method. A particular critical incident which affects the company or the employee could be notified, and whether how well the employee have reacted to the particular situation will be evaluated. Next one is simple ranking method. It is similarly simple ranking regarding how a particular student gets the mark in the school or college. A particular performance indicator has been assigned, a particular marks has been given to the indicators, and ranking has been summarized for every employee from 1 to the last number. Next one is paired comparison. In this, each employee is compared with every other employee in the company. For example, if there is 100 employees in a company, one employee is individually being compared with other 99 employees, and performance is evaluated. Next one is checklist method. A series of behavioral skills or expected outcomes has been listed out, and particular evaluation thing or particular outcome which is expected or which has been performed alone is checked, and others are left out. Next one is force distribution method. Force full of outcomes are given, and the particular employee is expected to be fit in the particular category. For example, a scale of 5 categories have been given, and the employees could be fitting in the particular scale is being the forced distribution example. Next one is rating scale. In real life, we see that we are giving Amazon reviews or Swiggy reviews. That could be a better example for the rating scale. Next one is modern methods. These 4 are the 4 important modern methods. First one is 360-degree appraisal. In this method, particular employee is being evaluated by every other employee in the company. For example, if there are 100 employees in the company, every other 99 employees evaluates the particular employee, and even the employee also gives in the self-appraisal. So that is known as 360-degree appraisal. Next one is human resource accounting method. In this method, the revenue generated by the returns generated by the particular employee is being evaluated as a performance indicator here. Next one is behavior anchored rating scale. In this method, every employee's behavior is being rated individually by a set of subdivided sequenced questions, and particular rating has been given to the employee. Next one is management by objective. Every manager or appraiser clearly communicates the expected outcome and is being appraised. In management by objective method, every appraisee is being appraised by the appraiser by clear communication, and the appraisal is done every day or every weekly basis, so that the particular evaluation goes well. So this summarizes the traditional method, and this summarizes the modern methods. Thank you.